Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel as we look at some more YouTube original analog style horrors, and this time we're going to be catching up with Midwest Angelica, which is something we've looked at before. We looked at the playlist. They've got sort of like season 1, season 2 and an interlude. We've looked at season 1, now I'm going to look at the interlude, or interlude A as the playlist is called. So we've got 4 videos to look at the moment, and I'm assuming this is sort of like an in-between of the two main series. So yeah, let's catch up with this first video. This is called Easter. Xenobiology Research Group, 1999. Emergent star kill research. Process of communication between unique instances of star kill, including instances known as AZ001, is yet to be fully researched. New findings indicate that communication between unique instances occurs across an information plane parallel to local reality. So like... Oop, what was that? Okay, so they look like some kind of graph readings, like a what they called neurograph, polygraph, something like that. Yeah, that's what that looks like. So a separate plane of communication. So like I guess a metaphysical plane outside of this one. Audio report from Dr. Stanley Vega, the Xenobiology Research Group.
While we previously had a rough understanding of how the star cell infection assimilates foreign biomatter, and that its methodology for doing so seemingly depends on what intentions it has, we, until recently, failed to understand how different pieces of the alpha chunk seemingly all become aware of new information, even if its pieces are long distances apart from each other. Recent experimentation revealed that certain alpha chunk samples animate a unique energy signature not previously encountered in prior studies.
Right.
We've discovered that this energy signature becomes more detectable in parts of the alpha chunk where large concentrations of what we fittingly called Podolsky neurons are present. Because of their presence in AZ001, we are of the belief that these Podolsky neurons are part of the entity's central nervous system.
So kind
Specifically,
of like
they are responsible for transmitting
telepathy.
information signals to different parts of the entity's body. The observation that different pieces of the alpha chunk all become aware of the same information simultaneously, despite their masses not being physically connected, leads us to believe that Podolsky neuron signals operate on a principle similar to quantum entanglement.
Right, okay, so basically what they're saying is that the different chunks are a hive mind, but there's no sort of like lessening of that hive mind depending on the distance they are from each other. They're still connected. They kind of have like an innate telepathic link to each other. This long-range network of Podolsky neurons has been dubbed the Akashic Plane. Okay, so that's what they were referring to, where it says they were communicating across a different plane. So I'm assuming, well, okay, not assuming, but this is how I'm rationalizing it. Let's say, metaphorically, this Akashic plane is a different plane of existence where the brain of AZ001 lives. And they have like a link, each body chunk has a link to this brain via this plane. Okay. This is how I'm rationalizing it. This is how I'm making sense of it. Access. Oop! Hold up. Don't do that. Access to the knowledge within the Akashic plane may be the... We may never know. But there were some flashes of... Where are we? Classified. Oh. Yeah. I'm assuming that says like classified information or something, or classified. That's the home symbol. Home. Okay. Why do I know the name Akash? Akash is a god from some religion, right? Stanley Vega. Right, Stanley Vega, that was the doctor they were talking about, right. Date of birth, 6/7/85, 58, sorry. Chicago, home ID, baseline phrase, present day, present time. Okay. Podolsky samples are inserted into the spinal cord via the incision in the neck. They're going to try and connect to the hive mind. 3 samples are administered, recorded via EEG. Oh, I forget what EEG stands for. I did learn about this. In my university course, I did have like a brief sort of like neurology course. I forget what EEG means. It's the things they plug into you basically to read your brain waves or something. Oh, that's kind of spooky. Don't want to get some better lighting? Maybe take a step back from the camera? Trying to say something, I think. Okay, brainwave seemed to be going pretty haywire there. Participant is asked to report thought processes and re-enter personal info. Okay. Name Stanley Vega. His date of birth has changed. I think the baseline phrase is reversed this time. Continues to believe that the test is screening for an infection. Oh, so he doesn't realise what's happening. That's a bit... The face acting is making me uncomfortable. I don't like it. Don't like it. Oh god, yeah, his brain is off the charts. Oh. Ah, John Carlyle. We've seen that name before, I'm sure of it. Wasn't he one of the guys at the church? I don't remember. I'll have to... Oh, yep, I looked at the list of people who were at the church in the community bulletin, and John Carlyle was one of them. Was he actually present at the... Yeah, this guy, John Carlyle, he was present at the church for the Azazel incident, I believe. I don't know what role he played exactly, but yeah, John Carlyle will have become one with the entity. So I guess what this is showing is that, what was his name? Stanley Vega, in connecting to this Akashic plane, has made connection with John Carlyle through its assimilation with AZ 001, I think. Home ID, it seems to have given address rather than like the literal place home rather than the organization home. And the baseline phrase, I pray every morning, and sounds like the phrase of a religious person, which John Carlyle assumedly would have been if he was at the church. Participant expresses intimate knowledge of a man named John Carlyle. Yeah, so John Carlyle would have been absorbed into AZ-001, adding his consciousness to the Akashic plane, which is now coming out through this guy. Stop doing that. Stop doing that. I don't like it. some intense face acting going on there. Oh, stop with the throat noises. Easter. Okay, that's the name of the video, Easter. Oh. Oh god. Oh, everything is Easter. Participants' vocabulary is limited to the word Easter. Oh! Extracts data from Akashic plane, requires Podolsky cluster for data quality. So what, I guess the Akashic plane is the collective identity of AZ-001, and by extension everything that AZ-001 has absorbed or learned or evolved or developed over the millennia that it's existed, I guess. So it's I guess you could say by plugging this guy Vega into the Akashic plane, they've kind of overloaded his brain, which is what was like shown through the brain waves just going completely haywire and then into weird patterns. They've effectively plugged him into the hive mind to the point that his brain, his human brain, physically cannot hold it all. Easter, I think that video came out a little bit before Easter, and it was a teaser for the next video to be released around Easter, because I think that's when this was released. Yes, this next video that we're about to watch, called Babylon, was released on Easter Sunday, so that's what the teaser was, I'm assuming. So the description of the last one, it was the word knowledge written in code. This video also has a code in it. What's it translate to? Don't know. Okay, so this one translates to betrayer or betrayal. So yeah, let's get into Babylon. Babylon Project, Home Delta.
Today marks the 12-year anniversary of the Babylon Project and the founding of Home Delta. The date is March 13th, 1999. As director of the Babylon Project, reporting to the General Commanding Director of Home Delta, I, Dr. Robert Spencer, am obliged to construct this full report detailing the Babylon Project's progress as of March of 1999.
Okay.
Since the Annunciation event on January 28th and the subsequent elimination of Dr. Evans, the contamination of Home HQ has continued to progress at an exponential rate. We estimate that around 75% of Home staff have been infected and continue operation as phantoms.
Right.
Further, through routine checks of Home HQ, we have determined that the star kill biomass has reached the temple classification.
Oh.
We believe that Wraith classification entities may be birthed by the temple in as soon as 12 days. My recommendation would be to gather the final samples for research and begin Operation Homebound promptly. The Deathbringer squads are prepared for immediate action.
Okay, so to recap on that, that was sort of like an establishment of what happened after Phantoms, the video Phantoms, where Dr. Evans transformed into I think they're called phantoms, those creatures. They basically act as human for a while, but they've been contaminated and then they transform. Because at the end of that video, it said there was a symbol on the wall which was similar to that of Home, but was not Home. So I'm assuming that's now going to be Home Delta, which has a symbol similar, but not quite the same as Home. So they've said 75% of the original Home HQ staff has been compromised. So Home Delta has got to be like a splinter group, which is trying to take down the original Home, which has now been compromised by AZ-001. So, yeah. Robert Spencer, Daniel Churchill, meeting Babel site. Recorded meeting. Okay.
Dr. Churchill, we're preparing for the final descent into Home HQ now. Mission will commence in
so
48
Evangelion.
hours.
Good. Spencer, I have a request.
What is it, sir?
Dr. Stanley Vega of the Xenobiology Group has been researching the Akashic Plane. I need you to retrieve him and his work, but under no circumstances should you allow him to learn the true nature of Home Delta.
Understood. What should be done if he's already infected?
He won't be. He works in the BSL-4 lab. We've determined that sector to be clean, and it's projected to be clean for at least 10 more days. If he's visibly infected, eliminate him. Otherwise, we will conduct a SIN test to determine if he has phantom blood. Retrieve his lab assistant too, Dr. Solomon Ezra. Same rules apply.
SIN test.
If you don't mind me asking, sir, what are you planning with him?
My plans of Vega have nothing to do with your job. This is for your own good, Spencer. The most I can tell you is that it involves research into the Akashic Plane. Speaking of which, have you retrieved the new info on Lucas Michaels?
Yes, I have. It's in the data room.
Lucas Michaels.
I think you'll be interested in our findings.
Okay.
We're not sure what to make of it yet.
Good. I'm looking forward to it. When you return, we'll run the SIN test at Nazareth site and continue operations as planned. We're on schedule.
Understood. And for Operation Helmbound?
It will commence April 4th.
Okay. That was fairly to the point. Okay, Delta Squad infiltrates HQ.
On the line, over. Bravo team, follow Officer Rico to the temple for final sample collection. Charlie team, follow me to BSL lab for hostage retrieval.
Temple entrance. So is this like the center of
Proceed with sample
AZ-001?
collection. Avoid direct contact with the star kill.
It looks like skin stretched over like various structures and stuff.
Dr. Vega, we've identified a potential risk in the BSL labs, required to be taken to the quarantine zone for a mandatory screening for infection.
I understand that it's protocol, but this is the highest safety level lab at home, and there shouldn't be any risk of cross-contamination in the last 2 months.
Regardless, we still have to take you to quarantine. Where's your lab partner, Dr. Ezra?
He was transferred back to the main facility.
Wait,
That's okay. We'll pick him up along the way. Bring your research materials and maybe place in quarantine for a few weeks.
wasn't Vega unable to speak, or is this before? SIN tests performed at Nazareth site. Dr. Stanley Vega. 'Cause yeah, he was the guy in the last one, right? Who
Okay,
got...
Dr. Vega, I'm assuming you're familiar with the process of a SIN test, correct?
That's correct.
Okay, great. So I'm going to ask you a series of questions and you are to answer truthfully. Once the test is complete, we'll know if you are infected or not. That being said, here's the first question. It's Christmas morning and you're with your family. Your wife hands you a wrap gift. What do you do next?
Well, of course, I'd thank my wife and open the present, carefully unraveling the ribbons, and then I'd probably give her a hug.
So,
Next question.
is it like
It's early in the morning and you see a UFO in the sky, illuminated by the
measuring
light
their
of dawn.
humanity?
What are you thinking?
I'd probably be a bit confused, but I'd probably think of it rationally. Could it potentially be a balloon, a plane, a helicopter? A UFO implies that it's merely unidentified. It could be entirely prosaic.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's
last
a reasonable
question.
answer.
You have decided to participate in a charity event for your local church. Why did you make this decision?
Well, I was born and raised Catholic, and I think if I had the opportunity to give to those less fortunate, I would.
Thank you, Dr. Vega. Your results came clean. Please exit to the door on your right and remain seated in the waiting room until you are called.
Okay.
Thank you again for your cooperation.
Patient, Dr. Solomon Ezra.
Dr. Ezra, are you familiar with the SIN test?
Yes I am.
All right. As you know, I'm going to be asking you a series of questions. Answer them truthfully. At the end, we will be able to determine if you are infected or not. Let's begin. First question. You work at a competitive company. The promotion comes down to either you or your coworker. What do you do?
I would work hard and try to beat him. I would think, why should he be the one to get a promotion? I, of course, would be the one doing the work. He was just lucky.
Okay, a bit arrogant,
Next
but...
question. It's a Saturday night and you decide to cook dinner for the whole family. What made you make this decision?
If I were to do that, it would be because I was hungry.
Okay, next. You see a man and woman embracing each other in a field. There are white clouds dotted against a blue sky. What are you thinking at this moment?
I don't know. I'm not sure. Why would I be in the field? But what purpose does it serve? What is the purpose of the sky?
Do you go to church, Dr. Ezra?
Okay,
Is this part of the test?
it's a little
Answer the
bit on the
question,
nose
Ezra.
there, but yeah,
I
I
do.
see what they're going for.
Okay, let me ask you another question. Do you believe in God?
I do. I said I go to church.
That's
Very well.
not... Okay.
Let's say you're poor and don't have any food. You receive bread from a stranger, but it's only enough for one person and your son is on the brink of complete starvation. What do you do next?
I would eat the bread, of course. I would be hungry. Any sane person would do the same.
Okay.
Would you say your knowledge of the world is greater than anybody you've met?
Yes, I would say that applies to me. Actually, I know it does.
And what about your concept of infinity? Can you see it clearly?
Yes.
I don't...
Code 66.
I don't know whether I buy that
Code 66.
the creature... Well,
Task cannot be completed. Error.
that... Well, that went very wrong. Oh! Yeah, it's gone very wrong. I don't know if I'd buy that it would be so easily fooled by those questions. I mean, like, there's showing that it has a lack of humanity, and then there's being extremely on the nose about it, and that kind of was on the nose about it. Okay, so yeah, this guy's infected. Robert Spencer. I forget who Robert Spencer was.
Spencer, I know you can hear me, but I'm afraid you won't be able to respond now. This wasn't according to the scenario, and I shouldn't have let Ezra into the Nazareth site. Fortunately, Ezra has been eliminated, and the Nazareth site is under strict lockdown. Unfortunately, because you were infected, the best we can do is slow the infection as much as possible.
Ah, right.
Which means we had to put you into cryosleep.
So he's in
Your knowledge is
stasis,
too
yeah,
valuable.
to stop the
Listen, Spencer.
infection progressing.
I'm researching something important with the Starkill. A way to perhaps reverse the infection using Starkill samples. It could even grant immortality.
Oh,
It will be done by April 4th, and on that day, humanity will prevail and defeat the Starkill threat. Project Babylon will be complete, and we will then be able to initiate Operation Homebound. In my effort to understand the cosmos, I made a grave mistake, and I'm only now seeing the weight of my sins unfold before my eyes. God, please forgive me.
okay, so things didn't go according to plan, obviously, and they've lost someone important. So yeah, I'm not sure what was going on with Stanley Vega there, because did I read that wrong? Hang on. Yeah, because it says the participant is Stanley Vega. And I thought Stanley Vega was like the head scientist of this research, in which case, why would you inject the head scientist as a test subject? Surely you'd find someone else. So, I don't know, maybe I'm misunderstanding something here. But, either way, it seems that Stanley Vega is compromised. It seems that Ezra is also compromised because he was infected and they had to kill him, but they weren't able to kill him before he infected Robert Spencer. Is that right? Okay, this one is called Colosseum. It also has a code description, and it translates to mans, as in MAN apostrophe S, belonging to man, mans. So knowledge betrays knowledge betray man's, and there's one more after this, so maybe it's gonna make a little sentence. Okay, so let's get into Colosseum. Ooh. Oh, that's one of those altar thingies, right? What am I looking at here? Reconstruction of a brain image obtained while you were sleeping. Does it look familiar to you? I occasionally see things like that when I dream, yes. And you said this started on April 5th, 1985, correct? Yes, the day we found AZ001. Ah, right, okay. Hang on. The anomaly orbiting Jupiter. About that, do you believe it has any correlation to these dreams? I'm really not sure. The rational answer is no, it does not. Hang on. But something about it disturbs me, almost like it's speaking to me. And sometimes I feel like I'm somebody else entirely. Elaborate. I can't really describe it concretely, like I've been here before, but a really long time ago. Before the beginning of the universe, even. I can almost see my life from back then. But it's not me at all. Dr. Spencer has worked in occult in search... Hang on, sorry, I lost that. Dr. Spencer has worked in occult research in the United States intelligence community for nearly a decade. My background is in psychoactive drugs and psychological research. We are highly involved in this field of research and we take reports like this very seriously. So you two know what's going on then? We don't have quite enough data to give you a clear answer just yet. We need more reconstruction scans to form a better understanding of your situation first. This could be entirely prosaic still. In the meantime, we are appointing you as head of a new organization to study this anomaly. This organization will operate in coordination with NASA and will be funded by the United States government. Your team will be assigned in the coming weeks with operations starting by the end of the year. We look forward to working with you. Likewise, Dr. Churchill. Okay, hang on. I'm pretty sure I recognize the name Dr. Spencer, and I think it might be the guy from the very, well, not very first, but a very early episode who then never showed up again. Hang on. Okay, second video, home. We've got Dr. Lucas Michaels. So that's the Michaels. And then we also have... Ah, it wasn't Spencer, it was Michaels who went missing. So where have I heard the name Spencer? Either way, yeah, that's a name that's cropped up again. And it said he went missing in 1989. So when does this take place? Home begins operation by March of 1987, led by Dr. Lucas Michaels. So this is before he went missing? Dr. Gamma Churchill. Never made aware of the existence of Home Delta. Okay, so he doesn't know about the Splinter Group. I'm a little confused about the timeline here. Right. Project Babylon Evolutionary Phase. What is Project
AZ001, the Starkill, whatever you wish to call it, is a collective hive mind. It's one singular organism. It's all connected and it speaks to itself telepathically. What might have appeared as the rotting organs of a once-forgotten deity has now shown its true colors in the form of a highly advanced singular organism comparable to a supercomputer. Through this network we're calling the Akashic Plane, which we've derived from the anthroposophic theory of the Akashic Records, AZ001, the evolved God, can contain and process memories of everything that it has ever assimilated. As such, its intelligence and wisdom is beyond comprehension. It is an evolved life form, to put it simply. Humanity in its current state has no way of even entertaining the possibility of a fair fight. AZ001 is simply better than us on all fronts.
Well, that's bad.
That's why we began Project Babylon here at Home Delta.
Oh.
That's why we're prepared to level the playing field by bringing humanity to its next stage of evolution.
Okay. Tower of Babel construction, designed at Babel site, classified location, mass communication network, using a neuron interlink Akashic plane. It is capable of 21 zettabyte storage capacity and mechanical biological growth with a mixture of Starkill cells and human brain cells. Oh. Yeah. Okay, so again, we're going very heavily into the sort of like religious horror analogous things, and it is again very Evangelion in the way that they're using like the cells of this creature and merging it with humanity to try and make a weapon that will fight against it. Pretty cool.
Using the Starkill's own biological framework. Evolution has been the mission of Project Babylon since the very beginning. But now, thanks to the results of the home experiment, we've gathered enough data to begin the first tangible steps of this artificial evolution of humanity.
So they're trying to give humanity a jump start in the arms race, as it were. Deathbringer training overview. Live training against revived Starkill samples. Oh, they're creating like inert Starkill to fight? They're building mechs. Is that what this is? They are building Evangelion. Okay, and that's like a Starkill drone, I guess. Oh. Oh. It went squelch. Oh! Well, that one got him. Not the best effects in the world there, but it did what it needed to do. I'm guessing that training program didn't work out so well. Starkill stem cell properties. Protein simulation. Oh. Sorry, I knocked things over there. Starkill stem cells, when properly introduced into a host organism, can actually fortify the host cell's natural resistances, as well as promote rapid cell regeneration upon cell death. Oh, that was the whole immortality thing, right? Yeah, I don't know if these augmented host cells could hypothetically increase human endurance to physical damage, aging and disease, as well as provide immunity to subsequent Starkill infections. I don't know if I like the sound of this. Most test subjects were killed in the process. Yeah, well, yeah. Infected and amalgamated, organs liquefied, cellular breakdown, skin melted, Recent tests have resulted in survivors aided with cybernetic life support. I'm sorry, what? Oh. I don't know about this. Biomechanical soldiers form the backbone of Home Delta's military. Oh, so they're not mechs, they're actually cyborgs. Oh, is that Spencer?
Spencer.
Yeah.
It's me. I've given up my rank as Admiral of Home Delta. That title is going to you in preparation of Operation Homebound. You will have control over the Tower of Babel, and you'll be able to control the Deathbringer squads entirely with your mind. The pieces have been in place since the beginning. It's unfortunate that you ended up in this state, but this is the only way.
Hang on.
Once I finalize Project Babylon, it's all up to you. This battle is yours to decide.
So they're plugging his brain into the machine, but he's infected. This just seems like a whole series of bad ideas. Akashic plane research at Home AQ. Secured. Oh. Starkill Sam. Wait, no, I want to read those files. So Akasha. Where do I know Akasha from? Hang on. Ah, it's from Indian cosmology. Yes, Akasha being the personification of space, sky, and the aether, as it were. So, yeah, the kind of plane that connects everything. That makes sense. Okay. I just wanted to check that because it was bothering me. Podol unit, Starkill Sam, micros, video log, lecture. Okay. Stanley Vega. Sorry. Deleted. Okay, so they deleted something. Everything. Still retrieving the Akashic Plane research. Okay. Akashic Interface Probe. Starkill. Podolsky neuron cluster. So is that like a disembodied cluster of the neurons without any attachment to... Completed devices expected soon. Advancements have been made thanks to the test conducted on... Yeah, okay. Okay, so they're trying to create what were they called? Deathbringers? By interfacing humans with Starkill stem cells to create sort of like immunized, inoculated soldiers. Most of them died, but they're able to survive if they're put on like a biomechanical cybernetic life support, I think is what I got from that. And they're plugging Spencer directly into the system so he can control it with his mind while he's in cryostasis. But I think that's probably a bad idea because he is infected and it's only going to be a matter of time before his brain gets overloaded by AZ0001. So, this is going to be the last one we watch for this video because this is the interlude. I don't know if there's going to be more interlude before it continues with part 2 because some of these were uploaded after Season 2 was started. So I'm going to hang on a little bit before I start reacting to Season 2. But this one is called Exodus, which doesn't sound too good. And there is another code. Which translates to ego. Knowledge betrayed man's ego. Like I say, a little knowledge is a dangerous thing. Too much knowledge can also be a dangerous thing. Mankind is known for its hubris. Anyway, let's get into it and see how this particular recap will end.
My name is Dr. Gamma Churchill. The date is April 4th, 1999.
Okay.
Today, the Babylon Project will be completed.
Ah yes, April 4th.
The Starkill stem cell insertion into Dr. Spencer will occur at sundown, making him, potentially, the most powerful human being in history.
Oh.
Following this event, the Tower of Babel will activate, linking the Deathbringers' minds into the local Akashic network. Spencer will then have telepathic control over the highly trained and near-immortal Deathbringer militia.
Right.
Finally, Operation Homebound will commence at midnight, bringing a bitter end to the Starkill's assault on humanity.
Desperate times call for desperate measures.
I have absolute faith in humanity's victory.
I guess someone has to have faith. I'm willing to bet it's going to go wrong.
Dr. Aaron, keep monitor 4 on the main screen. We're waiting on the all clear for insertion.
Roger that. We have a safety clearance. Bacterial contamination threat is 0. Infection site has reached standstill. Akasha team is running final checks on the tower now.
Right, so maybe they're hoping this will overwrite his infection.
On my command, give me insertion protocol.
Ready.
T-minus 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Mark.
Nope.
Catastrophic energy spike detected.
I'm sorry, what? I was just about to say that doesn't sound good. Let me just watch this back frame by frame. Because I didn't quite catch that. I just saw it out the corner of my eye. It happened so fast. Oh. Oh, that's just like massive explosion of biomass. It just destroys everything. Like it engulfs the whole thing. Exodus.
Spencer's gone.
Oh no.
Aaron, we need to abort the mission. It's done. Babylon failed.
Yes, sir.
This might be our only hope.
Oh, is that the
Let's go.
Akashic device thingy? Are they going to try and plug that into him or something? Oh dear.
Come on.
Yeah, there was no way it was going to work. Oh god.
Aaron,
Is that like his face gone?
there's not much we can do about it now. Come on. Let's keep moving.
Practical viewpoint, I guess. Oh. Is that what things actually look like, or is this just a stylistic choice? Oh. Yeah, that's very not good. Secure bunker, classified location. Sounds a bit too outdoorsy to be secure. Unless they're only just getting to it.
We need to work quickly. I'm setting up an Akashic receiver node to listen in on the commands given to the Deathbringers. I'm sure the Starkill is going to use them as some kind of pawn.
Are we safe here?
For now, yes. I set this bunker up in case of an emergency. I'm the only one who knows it exists. Aaron, while I set this up, I want you to start processing the video logs. We need as much evidence as we can get to deliver to the Pentagon.
Yes, sir.
I'm not sure what can be done at this point.
It's running.
Ah.
What's going on? It's in the Starkill's native tongue, if you will. It's encoded. One of the functions of the Akashic probe is to decode the messages into a readable format.
13 west.
5-0. No surviving eyes. Restart. 30 moon. West.
April 13th. The Starkill is probably planning on faking Operation Homebound.
Churchill, I have found you. You are careless. I find it humorous how you continue to poke at the sleeping bear, yet you feel fate like the plague. A sad specimen, unable to comprehend your limitations. I must remark, the toys you left me give me great delight, as if to look upon a child's crude drawings. They are almost completely useless, save for the creation of a veil to add to the magician's toolkit. A veil to mask the truth to your governing body. Once your toys have served their temporary purpose, they shall be discarded. I'm sending some to you now as a parting gift. I do hope you enjoy your own creations. Best of luck to you. from Admiral Nero.
Oh, that's not good. Admiral Nero.
I'm setting up a jammer. We'll make them lose connection. Grab the clutch run for the car.
Oh dear. Oh, that's them. That's the Death Bringers.
They're here.
I don't think that's gonna work. Oh. I guess it did. I mean, if he were the creator, he'd probably like know of any failsafes that were put in them or any weaknesses to exploit or what have you.
There's one behind us.
Oh! He just obliterated these guys.
We're lucky there were only a few. The jammer must have confused them.
Okay. So yeah, he's got ways to deal with them.
Aaron, your name will now be Fakebringer. Your mission will be to infiltrate the Babel site and relay any information regarding the Starkill's plans. The suit will protect your biosignature. From there, we will begin our retaliation.
Sir, I'm willing to die for humanity.
May God bless you.
Starting to get a bit convoluted, but not in a bad way. In the sense that things are escalating.
I'm in a secure location. No transmissions in or out. As of an hour ago, Fakebringer has completed the first infiltration attempt. He has successfully entered the facility, obtained information, and exited, meeting me at a rendezvous point to relay his findings. According to Fakebringer, Nero is planning to set up a conference after Operation Homebound with the Secretary of Defense and members of NASA administration in attendance. It is here where I'm going to make my first move. A declaration of war to Nero. From now on, my name shall be Piso. Nero will know what that means. The rage I feel now is debilitating. Maybe it's my dying spirit, grasping for the last remnants of humanity within me. Or maybe I'm just hiding from fear. The mistakes I've made have eaten me alive, that much I know. My injuries, a mark of my body torn apart. My confusion, a mark of my mind defiled, and my heartlessness, a mark of my soul tainted. When we first began the Babylon project, Dr. Spencer told me something I should have never forgotten. Knowledge betrays man's ego. And now, the knowledge I've gained from losing everything has made me realize how powerless I am in the face of infinity. Yet I continue, unaware of the fate that may be bestowed upon me. I don't believe God can save us now. Only the tenacity of humanity's everlasting soul will have the courage to prevail.
And that's it. Okay, so yeah, summary. They discover the plane of knowledge that the AZ communicates through, try to access it. It overloads Gaia's mind, but they still continue going down the research because they think they have something on it. They begin the Babylon project. Their head scientist guy, Spencer, accidentally gets infected. They put him into stasis, try and stop him from progressing with the infection. They go ahead with Project Babylon and make these super soldiers, bioengineered cybernetic super soldiers, and then they decide it'd be a good idea to plug Spencer's brain directly into Project Babylon, and absolutely nothing could go wrong, and yet it actually did, and no one could have predicted that that was going to happen. And now our Churchill guy has sent Infiltrator into home to try and keep tabs on AZZZ, and yeah, they are preparing for this Project Homebound or whatever it is that they're going to be enacting, which I believe is the beginning of season 2, which we will recap next time. So yeah, I'm liking how things are going. The story is continuing to escalate, and it's a little bit difficult to follow at times, but I'm getting there. It's no more complicated than Evangelion, let me put it that way, and you can definitely see the influences and inspiration it has drawn from that. So yeah, that is going to be it for this one. I'm really enjoying Midwest Angelica. This is a very story driven one, a lot of character, a lot of drama, there's a lot of things going forwards. I'm having a little trouble following the names, but that might just be my terrible memory, and I always have trouble following names in big series. Like when I watched Game of Thrones, I had no idea who anyone was for like 4 seasons, just because I'm bad at tracking names. But as far as things are going, really enjoying it so far. So that is it for this one. Thank you all for joining me. If you enjoyed, please do like, comment, and subscribe, and let me know in the comments what you thought. I'd love to hear back from you. Any suggestions, any opinions, any thoughts, just anything at all. If anyone wants to say words at any point, I'd really appreciate that. And if you'd like to recommend any other videos to watch, it can be analog horror, it can be comedy, it can be commercial reactions, it can just be weird, stupid stuff you've seen on the internet, I don't know. Just let me know. So for now, that is going to be it. Thank you all for joining me, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.